the NFT investment thesis for 2022. Guys, this is Blockgems, I'm Marco, and today we have a ton of ground to cover. We will talk about some of the dominant ideas that I think will be relevant in 2022, at least for the very first part. And also I want to discuss some of the trades that we have been following in the past week and see how they've been treating us. So before we jump into the meat and potatoes of this video, the thesis for 2022, I just want to briefly touch upon the trades that we've been discussing earlier this week. So I want to start from Worldwide Webland. We have been talking about this project in multiple occasions. We discussed it, we covered for the first time on this channel when this project was at around 0.15, if I'm not mistaken. You can go ahead and fact check me. And also we discussed NFT worlds when it was at around 0.4. Right now it should be at around 0.6 something. And I remain bullish on this project. I don't think that we will see it a sharp decline. I don't think we will see a sharp decline tomorrow or the day after. I actually wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow we will be looking at 0.8 as a floor price tag for this project. And a little bit different story is there for NFT worlds. I think that there we might see some correction, although there is a very bullish news around the token that they will release very, very soon. By token, I mean an ERC20 token, so a fungible token for that particular project. And this is a very interesting news, rather bullish, but we have to be careful because maybe the market is already pricing the value of the token in the price tag of the NFT right now, okay? So another project that I've been covering very often on this channel is, of course, the Sandbox. And we've been saying time and time again that the risk was very, very high when we were around here. And I said, guys, I'm flipping bias and going from bullish to bearish. And things are playing out according to plan, so to speak. However, much more slowly than I would have had initially imagined. However, I keep my bias. I think we are headed lower here, at least in the very short term. Now, another project that actually is proving me wrong, this one in particular, is this Mirandus Voxbox. This particular project is not exactly a project that has treated me badly in the past days from primary to secondary market. However, I was betting on a lower price point for the days for this week, basically. I still keep my bias, although the market currently is proving me wrong. I still think we are heading lower, okay? Now, let's go ahead and discuss the main thesis for 2022. So, one of the things that I want to discuss together with you guys is, as you might know, as you might remember, I really like this chart. And one of the things I wanted to discuss with you guys is the topic around volumes in the NFT market. And this is because in the past few months, actually in the past month, we have seen volumes, rather stable volumes. This is very different from what we saw last summer when we had this sugar rush, when there was so much exuberance in the market and everything was selling. Like literally every NFT project out there was minting out to completion. Everything was selling. Not even tons of marketing efforts were needed. Everything would sell off. Today, the market is much, much different than last summer. It takes tons and tons of marketing efforts for a project to take off, to sell out completely. Projects have much more structure. They focus on utility to begin with. They're not just PFPs. And what we are seeing is a market that is stabilizing around this amount of volume. Now, I stress on this point because if we go and look at other metrics, we see something that seems conflicting with these values here. Let me clarify this point. If we go and look at the amount of traders over time, let me make this more central. Okay, total OpenSea traders over time. Okay, we see that volumes have been skyrocketing. Actually, sorry, users, I correct myself, users have been skyrocketing. So more and more people want to come to the market, want to participate, want in to the market of NFTs. At the same time, more active traders want to come into the space. Don't be misled by this bar here. This is December. Today is December the 9th, and we are already at roughly half of what we were at for the totality of the month of November. Okay. So, okay, here we took a little bit of a breather, but if we continue on this path, the month of November is going to be much bigger than the month of October and the month of November. So how can we reconcile these two different narratives? One that is telling us the amount of volume is not changing, so the amount of money that is moving into the market is not that big or not increasing, at least on OpenSea, but the amount of people, the amount of participants is increasing. So many new traders are coming to the space. How do we reconcile these two metrics? The main idea that I have is that there is a flight toward quality. So basically all the bad projects are going away from the market. Basically the market is weeding out these pump and dump schemes, is weeding out these cash grabs, and people are learning the lesson. So more money accrues toward the really valuable projects, and less money remains flowing around amongst projects that don't deliver that much value. So let's keep in mind, according to this narrative, that when we were going into this bull market, into this very hot summer that we had a few months ago, a bored ape would cost you 15, 20 Ether, I can't recall the number exactly, but today it costs you north of 50 Ether. And there was much more volume back then. So basically this is proving that although the amount of money flowing into the space, into the system, is less than it was used to be, the good projects are extracting all this value, and the bad projects are out of the game, are out of the conversation, or are progressively weeded out of the conversation. And there is one more chart that proves this point, or that at least delivers confluence toward this narrative, and is the amount of transactions. So we are counting the actual sales in the NFT space here, actually in the OpenSea market, not the entire NFT space, but by and large, this could be a proxy for the entire market. And what we see here is that comparing to August and September, people are saying, hey, I'm not just transacting on anything. I am concentrating my transactions on fewer and fewer projects. But as the volumes are the same, as the amount of money flowing to the system is more or less the same, this means that a lot of value tends to accrue toward the old same projects and the quality projects. So we have to look for quality, and I think that looking forward, the concept of utility, the concept of having an extremely solid team, an extremely solid narrative, an actual company behind it, even if it's a DAO, but a very structured narrative, is going to be absolutely fundamental. And this is what the data is telling us, guys. Now, I hope that this video was informative for you. If that is the case, please remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and I will prepare a document, a PDF, that will contain this information and more, a sort of guide for the next year to try to maximize the gains that might lie ahead of us in 2022. And I will prepare this document. I will put it in the Discord, not today, not tomorrow, but from December 23rd. So if you want to access that document, you need to be part of the Discord. And I will take that document away. I will remove the link on December 26th. So you have to enter this month. You have to enter in the next few days, few weeks. Otherwise, you will not be able to access that document for free. All right. So guys, I hope this video informed you sufficiently. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.